What's up, everybody? This is Haelian, and we got some more 20 missile done. I want to show you what the endless mode kind of looks like now and what I think the best way to kind of get it going is. So we're going to use Shauna. We're going to use the grenade launcher because, well, grenade launcher just makes the early play much easier. Shauna is just kind of the most interesting and could potentially get some really crazy stuff going on here. So in endless mode, you can only take 5 of any one upgrade. However, Shauna has the triple chest upgrade. So it's the chest upgrade that says triple the next upgrade that you pick up. And that only counts as 1, apparently. As far as I can tell. I guess I'm not, I'm not 100% positive, but from my experience, it looks like that only counts it as 1. That should make for some crazy stuff to happen with Shauna. But we are going to go for a big glare build. We'll eventually want Holy Shield. In the meantime, I'm going to take something like Double Shot. So ideally, the best endless would be you take 1 glare, right? At normal, I guess. Or maybe not even technically. You triple every single glare option every time, right? So you get 15 of each glare possibility. Now, that's greedy and hard to do, to say the least. So that probably isn't gonna happen, especially with me right here, but we'll see what we can do. We'll live for as long as possible. I think I'll just take, actually I'll roll that. Second double shot could have been okay. These are really not very helpful, I'd say. Maybe haste, honestly. Pick aim, you kinda need, maybe. Nah, I think haste is just a bit more useful to stay alive here. Probably should have rolled the first one too, because I really want to get the glare up. And I'm probably going to take at least one of a regular take on each of the glare stuff to start us off, because it's really hard to survive until you get that triple chest, kind of. Well, maybe not the first one, but especially if you don't get it right away. So there's glare. But there's in other words, there's a decent chance that we just don't get the triple upgrade on the first chest, so I do leave the crown behind if I see it, because I think the crown is just, I mean, it's useless if you're trying to go for glare, and it kind of muddies things up, and you only get so many levels here in endless, really. It's kind of hard to get a lot of levels, although with Shauna, it's a little bit easier, potentially. Yeah, this is the endless mode. It looks quite a bit different. There's a plain glare again, and I think I might take it. Honestly, running gun, not that useful. So now glare will trigger twice whenever it normally would, or something like that. Something of that nature. And all the upgrades will affect each glare that we do have. So I do want to triple as many as possible, but I recognize I'm gonna have to take some untriples. I'm not gonna take a third one. I'm gonna try to hold out on that one. Power shot's pretty good to keep us going, I think. Power shot gets us up, I'd say, a little bit. All right, how y'all been liking the update? It seems like we were all on the same page about the update. Like, the new character wasn't very exciting, and I'm not certain how much people really care about an endless mode. It differs per person. It's like one of those things, like you do it once and you get kind of far, and it's just like, all right. I think I'll never bother to do that again, potentially. It's just power shot. Keep things narrow a little bit here. Interesting how it went up from 71 to 91. I guess that makes sense, though. It's like 35%. So it's actually multiplicative, huh? Ow. Why did I take a hit there? Interesting how that works. I feel like the damage upgrades aren't always consistent like that, though. Like, I feel like the big one from the tome that gives you plus 50%, I think it's like only on the base. So I'm gonna take 1 intense glare here, because it opens up Saccade number 1 to be seen. Number 2, I could probably use the help. Now we got 2 50 damage glares at the moment, so I could triple intense glare again, regular glare, or Saccade. So let's hope one of those, let's hope we get A, we get the triple chest, and B, that one of those appear. Here we go, pretty fast. Please help me. All right, all right. I've actually haven't had one of these in a while. Please. Oh, we got one roll. And then I don't like tripling any of these. All right, all right. That's good. That's good. That's actually a pretty good start, I'd say, for us. I really need at least one saccade, though. Our vision range is also kind of on the shorter end, so you can actually prove that you have them all here. See? We have 5 glares now. And it should still offer us some glares every now and then. We'll see for sure, but... I wonder if I even really need to shoot that much. Looks like I kind of do. There's a sight magic. Eventually we'll probably want some. I wonder if I want the Holy Shield now, though. I don't know. I might want the Holy Shield now. For incidentals, you know what I mean? We gotta protect ourselves. Speaking of incidentals, you know. My God. I swear, you can't get the same opinion across any amount of dentists, you know what I mean? You need a panel of 40 dentists to actually come together and decide what your teeth need, I think. When there's some kind of operation necessary, they just all have... I don't know where the standard is or something of the nature, but it just seems like, you know, they have those commercials where dentists agree about a certain toothpaste, but they can't agree on anything else, it seems. All right, we're gonna take one saccade because that should be extremely useful. They did nerf this to some degree, apparently. I think is the idea. So upgrading it a bunch of times doesn't really work that well. Doesn't work as well as it used to, but it's probably still very strong. I mean, we can already see how it's doing right now. So now the question is, how greedy do we get with the chests? Because I only get a chest once every like 3.5 minutes on average. In terms of the game. And it's not always gonna be the triple, you know? That's only a 1 out of 3 chance. I might be willing to take like a 1 or 2 more here. Take Divine Blessing because I really want the move speed, actually. And it opens up Stalwart Shield, which could be very useful. Might even be worth tripling. Okay. And then you don't always get the triple what you want either. Let's see how this boss goes down without shooting it, if possible. It's not amazing, I'll admit. But you can see all the different glares. There's like some that all go off all at once. All right, so there's really only like 1 tome here that we'd probably take. Maybe 2. Let's see. I want the move speed. Definitely not summon. That's useless. This is pretty much useless. Do I want the move speed? I'm gonna take the move speed. Actually, I'll sacrifice the health for the move speed. I think that works out here. Because the glare's getting pretty set up. I'm probably gonna have to be willing to take at least 1 untripled glare buff at some point here still. So. Okay. Stacking regular Holy Shields appears to do nothing. Now, Frost could help us here. Because we already took on sight. I think I'm gonna go for that. On-site, is that what it's called? Pretty sure we did. Did we not? Maybe we didn't. Let me see, did I? Oh, crud, I didn't. Okay, never mind. I thought I did. Must have been something else. Okay, so we're gonna need that. I mean, that I don't really care if we triple or not. Not that much, at least. I guess technically in the super long run, you'd still want it, but it's really not that big of a deal, probably. Potentially extra chances to inflict frost. Now, it does appear as though at least some bosses are immune to frostbite and or just immune to frost in general. The frost might delay their attack / slow them, but I don't think it actually freezes them, which means frostbite never actually gets triggered, is my guess. So that means that you can't just, you know, kill an enemy, kill literally any enemy and then at max 100 hits. Am I ever going to use that again? I'm going to say no. Okay, there's sight magic, so I guess we'll take that. At least now we potentially could get some frost going here. And a little surrounded. It's really not that bad, though. You gotta love these glare builds. They're like simple, kind of, I guess, and they just not having to shoot kind of makes things a bit more interesting. It kind of turns it into Vampire Survivors, doesn't it? Now that I think about it. Do I take another Cicade for now? It means I only get the triplet at max 3 times after this. I think I do it. But I think we're kind of being in trouble. Whereas I think this sets us up pretty well now. Where I don't think I should have... I think that's it. I don't think I necessarily have to take any more. I think we can potentially triple the rest. That's my hope. It's going to be a long time. We're about to get another chest in like 45 seconds, I think. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure... I don't know if you can get 2 in a row of the same, really. I don't know if the game allows it. I'm not sure. I don't want to muddy up the pool by taking some of these things, like Pyro and stuff, so I'm kind of okay with just taking Sight Magic. It does give me vision range, at least, so there's that. I might be kind of willing to be taking Magnetism at some point. Okay. We have the move speed, so that's good at least. I mean, you can stack a lot of Magnetism, but the problem is... that's a lot of levels to spend on that. You know what I mean? A lot of levels to spend on it, essentially. And I guess it kind of becomes a question of, is it worth it? Well, I'd probably be willing to take a Stalwart Shield or 2, but I guess for now, I'll be taking some Magnetism. Because I guess all you really want is to save up and get those glares, right? Shouldn't we be seeing a boss right about now? Oh, there it is. Found you. Okay. All right, there we go. That worked out pretty well. Experience. Okay, not bad. You like that, as long as it's not the crown. Or halo. I keep calling it the crown. It's a halo. All right, that should be very useful, actually. It seems like Shauna is probably the best for Endless pretty much every single instance. Between the triple and the plus experience upgrade, it's not even close with any other character, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, though. If you have another idea, let me know. More Frostbite. I'll take a Stalwart, I think. The move speed is kind of okay. So now we get our shield back every minute. Offers a little bit of safety. Now the laser boss has significantly more health than pretty much any other enemy I've noted. So it's probably not going to be that easy to kill. It's kind of got me worried because maybe we're not going to be all set. Like maybe I can't really save up for just a bunch of triple chests here on all the glares. I don't know. It's tough to say. I don't think I've really turned down any. Or at least not many. And it could be I'm also wrong about the whole, if you triple, it only counts as one with Shauna. I was able to get more than 5. I know that in a previous run that probably didn't make it here. Onto the YouTube, that is. But I don't know if they fixed that for the full early access launch of Endless Mode or not. Not sure. Maybe? So there, so that proves it right there, because there's a regular glare. So this actually only increases the damage by 25. But so it's actually one of the weaker ones, so I'm kind of okay with taking it. It only increases the doubles the base damage, which is probably more realistic because it was just too insane before, to be honest. Oh, okay. Calm down, my friend. Just stay in the vision range and hang out here, I guess, maybe? Moving. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I kind of wanted to see how long it would take, though. This one probably won't be so bad, but the one at the 20-minute mark is probably gonna be crazy. I don't even know if I want the tome, really. I guess we could get the frost duration, which might help against these. I'm not sure. Boom, boom. Hard to say how that exactly interacts. Doesn't seem to matter much how close I am to it, you know? All right, it took a while. That's kind of a long time. Yeah, there we go. Tome of Elements. That's the only one that really does anything here. Especially without a downside. I think it still technically works on bosses, but I don't know how useful it actually is, you know? Alright. But yeah, I think the best possible run might be Glare, and you get like tons of frost, and you kind of stun lock the bosses. And you're able to just triple like most of the upgrades, especially Saccade is probably the big one. Apparently enemies' health goes up exponentially though now, which was a kind of a change. So it might just be that doesn't work. It could be that frost, just a plain old frost build, still gonna be king, because frostbite scales with the enemy HP. It's the only thing that I can think of that does that. Everything else is just flat damage, sadly. Oh, but yeah, so we saw an extra glare, and we already have 5 on our menu, by the way. So I think that essentially proves that you can get that when you triple something, it only counts as 1 still. Which is strange that that's how the game operates, to be honest. I think I picked up pretty much all the XP, so we'll hang out, we'll chillax. Tell me what games y'all been playing. Like, what have you been up to, you know? Leave me a comment. You know, I don't have stories, I'm afraid, this time, or at least not as many. I'm probably not going to be tripling Stalwart Shield very much. I'm not going to take another Intense Glare, I think. I think we take another one of those. That reduces the cooldown to, I believe, 30 seconds. Because I think it's like half of... It keeps halving it. Despite what the text says. I don't know why they didn't fix the text on it when they changed it. Stalwart Shield, it only goes down by half with each upgrade. So it goes from 2 minutes to 1 minute, 30 seconds... to 17 and a half, etc., etc. Which is also fair. Like, it was clearly not broken. It was clearly not working well before. You got 2 stacks and you were essentially unkillable. But I kind of just wish they changed the wording on it to make it line up with what it actually does. Alrighty. I think I get asked a lot, like, what games do I play offline? Like, for myself, or do I play them? The answer is mostly not. Sometimes, I mean, I test games that I would normally, that I'm checking to see if I think could go well on YouTube or Twitch and stuff like that, but it's pretty rare I play a game just for me, I'd say. In fact, I'd say it's essentially never. Like, the amount of hours I spend doing that is very, very few per year. No Halo. It's kind of interesting because when you start streaming, you think this is great. You turn your hobby into a job, but then later on you realize, oh no, I turned my hobby into a job. Do I actually want to increase the vision range? I don't think so. I'd rather just do that. Do pure pickup range, I think. Because it's actually kind of annoying because the enemies get killed too far out a little bit, you know? Ooh, whoops, sorry, I blocked my mic. It might not take that much magnetism to actually just pick up most things here, I think. It's not that big of a deal, but it does mean that I spend my spare time doing other things instead. But truth be told, most of that right now is probably just watching like YouTube videos and Netflix shows, etc., etc. You know? It's not that I don't enjoy playing games, but like I do it so much, like I just don't want to stress about what my fingers are doing, I guess, a lot of the times. You know? And it's hard to just turn off the business portion of it, like, oh, this would work great on YouTube or stream and stuff. I'm not gonna take it. Let's roll, because I don't think that's super useful. Yeah, I just want to take more magnetism for now. Like how I said it's not worth the levels, but then I realized that there's not much else I want to spend levels on. I could start taking fire. I might consider it eventually. But I don't know if I want it right now. Because fire with the glare, right? Should hopefully help kill bosses faster. Just don't know how useful it really is. We are getting a lot of hits quickly, that's for sure. Alrighty. I think there's like a phrase that goes around is like, work a job so that you can have fun doing your hobbies. And I think that kind of stands true. Not that I'm like miserable or anything, but it's kind of dangerous territory maybe. It's always weird when, let's say, you like to draw, right? In your spare time. And then you have like relatives and friends and stuff. You should become an artist. It's like, yeah. But I think the better advice is probably get a job that just pays a lot of money. And that way you can still have fun doing your hobby. instead of trying to do, you know, what's probably a very difficult profession to earn money in, or earn a lot of money in, you know. Passion overrated, you know what I mean? All right, Tome of Elements, that works. More freeze. Sounding good. These are useless, I'm gonna say. Do I take a regular glare? I don't think so. I still want to save it for triples, so I guess I'll take some move speed. These are not very helpful. Okay. Well, we've kind of wound up in a similar position to some of my other vids, but where we get to relax and just talk, I guess. You ever try to have discussions with someone, but they just constantly turn the conversation to themselves? It's like you're not even talking about yourself. You're talking about things in the world and stuff. But they're like, oh yeah, you wouldn't believe what I went through last week. It's like that doesn't even have anything to do with what I just brought up. I'm pretty sure I do it too sometimes, but I can't, you know. I hope that I'm aware at moments, you know. You meet up with someone and you haven't seen them in a long time, and they spend, you know, 45 minutes of the hour you have together talking about the car ride to see you. It's just like, come on. I mean, I guess they can't help it, but I was hoping for you know, more fruitful conversations, perhaps. You know, let's talk. At least tell me what's been going on in your life besides the guy that cut you off on Highway 95. I think there's like a lot of do's and don'ts when it comes to conversations, you know? There's like some rules out there. Like, you don't talk about dreams, especially with someone that you're not like extremely close to. Because dreams, it's kind of like, it's the same thing when they end a movie where it turned out it was all a dream. Nobody wants that ending. And so you're telling us a story where we already know the ending, and it's not a good ending, you know? So you don't tell people about the dreams, really. I'm gonna save. Worried about going down the fire tree a little bit. I'm gonna roll for magnetism mostly. There we go. We can kind of set ourselves up to be like semi-AFK. Here we just make the choices. Let's see. I think complaining about how much sleep you didn't get is probably a bit taboo, tacky maybe. Like, we all struggle to sleep to some degree, I think. You know? It can be interesting if you have like a specific problem. Maybe. Like a weird one, like if you're a sleepwalker, for instance. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to hear about that? But just say, oh man, I only got 5 hours of sleep last night. It's like, oh my god, that's what I used to brag about in high school, for crying out loud. Oh, let's screw up a little. Let's take more, I guess. More magnetism. Is that enough yet? Not enough yet. Getting close though. Gotta get past our vision range. The vision range is gonna keep going up too. All right, how good is this gonna be? I really need that triple chest here. Well, I think traffic is mostly a no-no. You know, if you just want to say like, oh man, traffic's pretty bad out there, and then you move on, that's fine. That's fine. But you don't want to stick to it. You don't want to double down on it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh ho ho! All right, all right. Please glare. Show me that glare. One time I tripled the experience gain because I had 2 chests all at once. I think it worked, but I'm not positive. I can't be sure. Oh, I didn't double check because the menu should tell you, honestly. I should have double checked. All right, please glare. Anything glare. None of those are glare related. Please. All right. We got another basic glare. It's still very good. It's actually better than most things, I'd say. It might be better than a lot of other things. All right. So we collect magnetism. We try to triple the glares in the meantime. It is sort of how I feel right now. They still all deal 75. We actually have increased in power level. If we can get a triple every single 10 minutes, and it's the right, we are able to triple the right thing, this might kind of keep up, but I don't know. The exponential health on the enemies might not work out still. It is a goofy build. It's a bit risky. Like, I've tried to get this going before. I think I took it too greedy, where I was gonna try to triple literally every single thing. That just didn't work out for obvious reasons. Let's see, what else is like a boring discussion, you know? You know, that you hear people talking about. I mean, there's the whole people talking about their kids thing. Isn't exciting, but really it just kind of depends. If you're a parent, it's probably not that bad. You trade kid stories, right? It's not that big of a deal. I don't mind hearing people talk about their kids too much. I think that's just a line you gotta draw eventually, you know? You can sit there, you can tell me all day about silly things that they've done. But as soon as you start getting out your camera and you force to watch me a video of them singing Let It Go for the 16th time, and you're refusing to accept my semi-polite movements of like, haha, that's so cute, and turning it off and just force me to watch the whole 8 minutes of it, that's when you've crossed the line, just so you know. You gotta know when to stop, you know? But at the same time, it's kind of wholesome seeing these people that, you know, care that that their kids are able to entertain them that easily, you know? At least you have that going. Magnetism. I might start taking the fire. What happened to you? Okay. Actually, I see the ice cube forming like underneath it. But I don't know why frostbite doesn't work on this thing. I think it might not work out correctly on any bosses, potentially. I'm not sure. Because technically, I don't have frostbite right now, just to be clear. But in other runs, a boss should take no more than 100 hits to get killed. Theoretically, right? So what's the problem? I don't understand. It's because it's clearly taking more than that in those runs. All right, I think that stands golden rules of discussions here. I think some do's is when you meet someone, you gotta remember their name. It's important. You know what I mean? But it's also incredibly difficult. Someone tells you their name, and I feel like it's just this breeze of wind that goes right through you, and you've forgotten it 2 minutes later. You gotta like mutter it under your breath after, and find a rhyme for it. If you find a rhyme for it, it might help you. Because when you meet them again in 6 months, they'll be super impressed when you're able to remember their name. You know what I mean? Which is odd. Because it's not technically a difficult thing, but just kind of a weird nuance thing, I guess. I swear to God, I had entire promotions hinged on just remembering people's names at moments. Someone I met, you know, 4 months ago at a meeting, never even properly introduced. And I said, hey, how you doing, Rebecca? I'm like, wow. That guy, he's going places. More glares, huh? No. Triple only, please. I guess I'll take frostbite. Or do I just take the pickup range? I'll just take the pickup range. This thing is not dying, is it? I mean, it's firing the laser sometimes. Let's see, we've almost spawned the first mini-boss, too. The levels have definitely slowed down. I mean, we definitely get fewer enemies, too, as part of the issue. Endless mode, you just don't get... There's only certain moments every 10 minutes where you actually get a decent chunk of enemies, I'd say. Hey, it died. I bet this thing's gonna die much faster, though. I don't want to triple the tome. It's, like, useless. Triple, triple, triple. Yes. Okay, don't pick up the tome. Alright, we gotta gain a level first. I don't know why I'm so excited. In reality, I might what might actually be best is the plus experience and get as many of those as early as possible, right? This just feels like we're going places now, you know? Oh my god, it takes so long to level. I mean, I could triple the, like, potentially the Tome of Elements, but it's just not worth it, and there's no chance that would ever be worth it, I think. Alright, we're close. Come on, baby. Our vision range has gotten so massive. Help me. None of those are glare. I could triple Stalwart Shield, but I'm gonna... It's kind of greedy not to do it, but I'm going for it. Anything! Uh-oh. Those are not useful. I don't know if Frost Mage, like, stacks how I think. I'm gonna triple the Magnetism. Alright, and now we're good, right? Yeah, now we're good. No power. Tome of Elements, yes please. Give me that XP down there. Now I can sit back and choose a level up every brief moment or something, I guess, at least. We're back in this spot again. So Glare's still kind of broken. Eventually it'll catch up to you, though, I'd imagine. I don't know how long it takes. This might be my first real endless run since they brought it to early access. I don't think I only played in beta, to be honest. Well, this definitely makes our lives easier, but it doesn't really make anything better. So, I don't know. Maybe it was sort of a mistake. If I triple Stalwart Shield, I think it's at 30 seconds now. So 3 more Stalwart Shields and bring it down to 17.5. Down to 8.75. Down to 4.37. So we get the shield back every 4.37 seconds or so, if I remember correctly. Wait, no. What am I doing? I'm doing bad math. 15. Oh, hello. Didn't think you'd get me. I thought you'd be frozen. It kind of charged up the... Sort of built up the charge before it was in vision range, was probably part of the problem. I think I'm still gonna take more pick... no, let's start doing fire. Change my mind. The flames might help. Okay. Alright, there we go. Elements. Move speed. That doesn't do anything. Is there any way that this could ever potentially up? I don't think so. We don't want move speed, I don't think. I don't want to lose more max health, is the main thing. Alright. At least, like, maybe I'll triple some fire things if I have to. The thing is, the fireball one is useless. You see those random ticks of fire damage after an enemy's already dead, I guess. It's not much, though, huh? Not a lot of D. So yeah, I'm still gonna have to move for the bosses. If we get more glare triggers, triple another saccade or another regular glare, I think we still can, if I'm not mistaken, then it might be enough to kind of stun lock the bosses a bit more easily. Maybe. It's kind of hard to say. We kind of, I mean, the vision range comes with it, so that's kind of necessary too. Yeah, so these aren't triples, so I don't want to take it. Call it greed if you want. Go ahead, I dare you. I guess I don't need this, but I might need it soon if our vision range goes up, right? I'm gonna do it. Keep turning down frostbite for that. Okay. I think they need the damage numbers. I think someone said there's like a mod already for the game that adds more color to the palette. Kind of interested in mods, but I don't know if I'm that interested in a color palette one, to be honest. We'll have to see. Okay, so what else can we just talk about today? What's in the news? Yeah, right. If you come here to discuss news, you're probably in the wrong place, to be honest. I try to make it a principle that we don't talk about the things that are going on in the world too much. Too much. Because we're probably here to escape those things already, you know? Are you taking Intense Burn or Pyromage? Would tripling Intense Burn a bunch of times be very good? No. They're kind of similar. I don't really even want a triple soothing warmth, probably. Maybe I do. I'm gonna take one intense burn. I'm thinking I'm not gonna survive long enough to triple all these things. I think that, I guess I'm telling myself that it could happen, but the reality is I don't think that's gonna happen at all. We'll see how we do. I'm curious how we're gonna place on the leaderboards now. If I actually die without crashing the game first or something. But with the exponential enemy growth, I'm kind of hoping that's the case. Like, you can already see these chunky enemies. They're taking quite a few hits. I'm glad they did it this way instead of linear growth, really. I guess that kind of works. Don't really care about that. Guess that's fine. Raises the pickup range, too. Okay. We're cruising. We're doing good. Yeah, I figure if you're watching this, you know, if you wanted to watch something that delved into the politics of the world today, you could go watch it. But if you clicked on a video game video, I'm gonna assume you probably don't necessarily want to hear that right now. There's other avenues, in other words. Sometimes I get people coming like, what's my opinion on this or that? It's like, rather not get into it, really. Not because I'm trying to hide my opinion, but because, you know, that's not what you come here for. I'm also a guy that plays video games for a living, so I don't know why you'd cherish my opinion, to be honest, on the matter. Take more of that, I guess? Alright. Show me a triple. Ooh, we actually got it. I'm actually kind of surprised. We've only had 1 XP upgrade. We've had a lot of these triples. Okay. Triples next, triples next. You can see everything we have here. Lots of little glares. Saccade is probably the biggest one we could get now, if I were to guess. If we could triple that, I don't think tripling Intense Glare is actually all that great. It's actually kind of equivalent to tripling Glare. Well, it's not quite as good, because extra glare triggers equals more frost potentially, and so that kind of happens, I guess. Good question, actually. Ooh, wait. I have a thought as to why Frostbite didn't seem to work the way I thought. I take Tome of Elements a lot, which increases the duration that enemies are frozen. If an enemy's already frozen, maybe they can't refreeze till they're unfrozen. So if I increase the duration too much, then we're not actually freezing them that often. Thus, then we're not dealing the 1% damage to the boss. Ooh, triple Intense Glare? This was the triple, right? I already forgot. I believe so. So it should do 150. Nice. There we go. Oh no, but now our sight range is too big. Oh, great. What a pain. I bet this boss is not gonna go down quickly at all still, though. Alright. Okay, there it is. Yeah, maybe I stopped taking the tomes altogether. It could be a thing. But the thing is, then you don't stun lock the bosses as easily, potentially. Like, it looks like the frost kind of lasts a while there. So maybe you don't increase the duration of the frost. But you do take a bunch of frostbite. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's a good question. That's why I couldn't kill them fast enough. Maybe. I don't know. It would take literal minutes to kill them at moments. But I guess if you increase the duration long enough, you're only freezing every like 10 seconds or so. It's kind of a long time. Okay, I don't know why I'm hanging out by the boss, really. You don't get a lot of enemies in these moments. What if I triple a triple? What if we triple a triple? Would it work? How would it work? would it just triple itself 3 times and then would use it all up subsequently? I don't know. You just think it's possible, but I'm not positive, really. All right, we need some magnetism over here. Down. 31 minutes. Yeah, this thing is not dying any day soon, it looks. Now, how come I don't see damage numbers on it? That's my other question. Okay. Please show me some magnetism. I guess that's the biggest priority now. The thing is, though, I might run out of magnetism, but the sight range will keep going up. But hopefully the magnetism will be enough. I did get the triple one. At least there's that. I'm hoping it'll be enough to where it'll at least cover the screen. You know what I mean? The enemies still have to, like, spawn in, I think, to some degree. Okay, the enemies actually have a decent amount of health. They survive for about a second as they enter the sight range. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of surprised this thing's still alive. Okay, so I'm gonna not take the Tome of Elements anymore. I'm gonna do no tomes. Alright, we got some pickup range. Let's just do that. It's probably still not enough, though. Yeah, not quite. Close, though. It's close. Back to moving, back to doing work. I'll say, though, I've had some boring jobs out there. And I think the boring jobs were way worse than the super busy jobs. Well, I can't say that. I think the boring jobs, like, you gotta fill your time with your own, like, work or something like that, number one. But then it's like, well, no one's actually telling me to do this. I could just sit here. And so I feel like I ended up resenting those jobs quite a bit than just being very busy. Definitely like to keep my hands busy, that's for sure. Okay, that's fine. Should've picked it up sooner. The trees respawned randomly, okay. I mean, there's just a level where you don't want it so busy where it feels like you can't get everything done in the workday. Like, that's too much, obviously. It's hard to balance in a way. Because even like 30 minutes of downtime at a job where they're just like, just wait around and we'll eventually do something. It's just like, it's kind of, I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit, let me tell you. Wasn't for me. But I also hated not finishing a project, for instance, too. Maybe you get used to it, I don't know. Especially with cell phones, like, you can keep yourself occupied pretty easily, right? I don't know, I just run out of stuff to look at, though. There's only so many times I can scroll through, you know, dogs with jobs on Reddit. I guess Frostbite, right? I do want magnetism, but I don't know if it's worth rolling past Frostbite for. Wait, that wasn't a triple, right? No. No. Can I pick this up and ditch it? Yeah, ditch it, yeah. So maybe that's what I need to try next time. It doesn't even necessarily have to be glare. But Frostbite, nice stacks of Frost Mage, but don't up... Never take a Tome of Elements, because you want the Frost to just keep triggering as quickly as possible. And everything should die in not necessarily 100 hits, because it's only a 35% chance to freeze an enemy. But if you get a couple stacks of that, might be close enough, right? Here's the other boss. They're probably going to take a while. And you can see they're frozen. It's really only a couple seconds. Still, it kind of takes a while, I guess. Otherwise, they're only frozen for 0.3 seconds. So let's say they take 1% damage every half second. So 100 half seconds equals 50 seconds. So it still take a full minute to kill it, which is interesting. You also got the plane damage too, but eventually that kind of doesn't matter, huh? Huh. It's interesting that it takes that long. potentially. But you can also get multiple stacks of frostbite to shorten it. Alright, come on. Alright, you're down. We only triple that. I'm gonna ditch that. I'm gonna say no to intense burn. Ugh. Boost speed? Kinda wanna save a lot of these for triples. Maybe sight magic is okay to take singularly, although it does increase my vision range. Leave that behind. Because maybe that'll trigger the frost more consistently. I think it does work, and also will stack up fire more quickly while we're at it, I guess. I think it does work that way. So tripling it could actually be very useful too, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't get too many stacks of it. But now I just got too many things to triple, you know? Because you'd want to triple frostbite too, potentially. So maybe I kind of don't care about fire. I'm okay with, I got so many things to triple now. Maybe I'm okay with just taking the singular fire stuff. Okay. Don't have another mini boss for another minute or so here. Yeah, so maybe I'll just take intense burn. I do wonder how it stacks. How well that might work. I'm not really sure. I don't think it's gonna do much, to be honest, but I started going down the fire tree. It might have been a mistake. But here we are. I've seen a lot of people describe these games as like broken build generators. I think a lot of roguelikes are sort of that way, in a sense, you know? Like, it's hard to get a win without feeling like you just found something very broken, you know? What counts as broken? It just makes the game mechanics kind of superfluous, right? Like, it almost doesn't matter what else happens. That's when I would consider broken. You know, like, there's not much, or possibly literally nothing that could stop you from winning. That indeed would be broken, I would say. But here, I don't think, like, does this count yet? I'm not so sure, you know? All right, I'm gonna need that chest, please. Please don't show me a halo. I've been lucky. I think I've only had one. All right, what do you got? All right, that's fine too. Disappointing in that it's boring, but it's probably actually very useful. I think the levels really top off at some point here too. So that's kind of scary when you think about it. I really want magnetism. I mean, I guess. I know I'm skipping a bunch of glare stuff there, but I'm trying to hold out here. Best that I can. But we're probably not going to be able to do that. So the problem is we're probably in a rather bit of a stalemate where I could probably survive just running circles around the bosses, even if I potentially never kill them, or it takes, you know, a super long time to kill them. But I can never really leave my keyboard. So we could do this dance for hours and hours and hours, but, you know, do you really want to do that is the other question. So I might give up when the time comes where I need to stop. You know, and just see what we get for a score. I'm sure it's not going to be super great, but yeah. How do they fix this now? I think it's kind of a problem that Shauna's too good, but I also really don't want them to take away the triple thing. They could make it so the triple counts as 3 instead of 1. That's step 1 probably. I don't know, but it's fun the way it is though. I kind of don't want them to do that. I think I wish they would increase the number of enemies as time goes on a little bit too. Maybe. Maybe. It's kind of weird, like they just go up in health, but everything happens exactly the same. They could definitely use a couple more types of enemies, that's for sure too. All right, laser boss that is gonna take absolutely forever to kill. Several minutes, no doubt. How could they make endless mode a bit more interesting? I mean, I want to be in danger by the 30-minute mark. I don't want it to be this easy. We're at 40 minutes even. You know? I want it to actually be difficult and I'm struggling. You know? That's what I want to have happen. I think. I don't want to be, like, my best run be 4 hours long, you know? And the only reason I died is because I didn't pay attention for a minute. That's personally what I want, but it seems like there's some things in the game that are gonna prevent that from happening. Namely, the freeze can cause a stalemate, right? I think that's the biggest problem right now. I think the freeze is a bit of an issue. Okay. Wow, we gain levels so slowly now. I don't see anything that helps our magnetism. Move speed only barely helps. When you inflict freeze, also inflict burn. It's really not that good. But, and also it'll let me pick it up, it'll also let me pick that up 5 times, by the way. Each synergy is 5 times. Are there any crazy synergies that could break the game then? Oh, I didn't think about that. Anything that kind of scales with enemy health in some way. Lightning and burn doesn't do much. No. Death rounds. It doesn't. It's flat damage, so it's gonna fall off pretty quick, you know. Even if I tripled that 5 times, you know. I don't think the flat damage will do it. You need something that scales up. Burn is kind of interesting because it might kind of work, but the frost is the clear one, I think. Okay. Maybe the 1%. No, I was gonna say. How would they change frostbite? They could just change that to deal flat damage instead of the percentage. And it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. And you can make it so it thaws enemies out too to kind of even out the ice here to some degree. Maybe that'll work. Maybe. Alright, come on. Perish, laser boss. We actually almost have the next one out. It's interesting this one has so much more health than even the next bosses, I gotta say. Oh my gosh, it takes minutes to gain a singular level now. It's the other thing. This is where sitting still would be very helpful now. So this is where it kind of gets a problem because I'll probably get more triples and levels almost at this rate. So you really want to keep that pool thin, I think. Like there's probably some, I might have made some mistakes because the levels are so hard to come by. I don't think magnetism was, but the move speed might have been a mistake. Because move speed doesn't really matter that much when you have a lot of magnetism, huh? Ooh, okay, we got a trip. I didn't think about that. So we got on-site. Which, is that worth it? The stalwart. I don't think it's worth it. I'm willing to triple a few things, that's for sure. Oh, I got in trouble. I guess we're going big burn then. I mean, on-site was kind of a similar thing. On-site basically did the same thing, really. But also had an added bonus of, like, more frost, I guess. Dang, that's too bad. Didn't get the luck, but now it's just sort of a waiting game anyway, so. Wow, that that burn damage actually went up quite quickly, though, I'll say. You can see the triggers after the enemies are already dead. Actually quite a bit, huh? And it's only supposed to be like 3 damage per or something like that. Alright, we draw big circles. Gonna be a while before another level. That's for sure. You get so few levels after 40, it looks already. Maybe after 35 even, you'd say. And that's with, China's the only one with the XP increase, so. That's kind of a big deal. So, there's a lot of luck involved as to how many crowns halos you'll get offered too, I'd say. So, So I'd probably, if I did this again, I'd skip the burn altogether, probably, if I can. Might be forced down some trees. Skip the movement speed. I'd still do Holy Shield and stuff. That might come in handy eventually. Still do magnetism, and you still do the glare. Try to keep it down to that. We did take some other, like, we took some, grenade launcher stuff, which you might have to take early on anyway. Kind of depends. We could have been a little bit better with our choices, I'd say. Alright, this boss is probably gonna take a while. But because it's frozen for so long, we can kind of just draw big circles around it. And its attack is super simple, really. Alright, we got something here. Soothing warmth. Yeah, I don't think so. Just doesn't make sense. Where are all the magnetism ones now, huh? Let's see how taking more frost works. There should be quite a few left, I think. I'm pretty sure. Because that increased our vision range a lot too. You'd have to triple some magnetisms. This is the thing, if you actually want to keep up with it. With the vision range. Yeah, that's tough, actually. That's too bad. I'm trying to think of anything else that would help this I'm not thinking of, but I can't think of anything. Let's see, can I make it to the 60-minute mark? It's gonna be tough. I'm looking at the time it is and what time I have to start streaming. It's like, I don't know about that. It's gonna be tough. We're gonna have to make our decisions quickly, that's for sure. I don't even care about this thing, you know. I wonder if I could just leave it. Not really. Maybe, what if you just hold down a direction? No, because the gate keeps you from escaping. Cage. You can't just do that. That'd be kind of clever if it worked. Even with Holy Shield, it just keeps bouncing you back, I believe. So that won't work. Okay. Finally. Do I just start taking some glare stuff? Because I know we only have so much time. Yeah, let's do it. Give me a secade. That should be a pretty big deal. Suddenly it dies, huh? Leave it. Okay, we already tripled something. I guess I was trying to think, like, I don't know how that would happen, but I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, just one more cicada is a pretty big deal. If we're able to triple one, that'd be insane. I think that's my third cicada, though. Could only triple at most 2 more. You definitely could have been greedier. Like, we got it going. And then we were able to triple, like, one of the glares, which was big. Okay. And then once that started happening, like, we were kind of okay. I probably could have played it for a longer game, but you only have so much time in this world, you know what I mean? I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. You know, you get the gist of it. I hope you all have at least put this video on 1.5 times speed at this point, because if you haven't, my golly. Just keep taking it. See if it kills the bosses a little bit faster. Let's do it. It's definitely killing the smaller enemies a little bit faster here, it looks. I'm pretty sure I have one available left now. So we'll leave that one to triple, maybe, if possible. Oh, wow, that went by much faster. Halo! Boo. Who earns? Okay. Boom, boom. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, great. You know what these videos turn into? It's like, what the heck else can I even discuss now? You know what I mean? I think of like the frequently asked questions I get, you know. Favorite game? What games am I looking forward to? Let's see, it's 2022. As of this recording, it's July. Both the Lamb is the big one. In terms of games I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I'm just gonna take that. In terms of releases, bigger releases, like AAA releases, I guess kind of Breath of the Wild 2. You're probably not going to see footage of it here, to be honest. That might be a game I'll actually play alone. It doesn't really suit the channel and stuff like that, I'd say. I mean, I show a lot of things that don't suit the channel anyway, but I think that especially doesn't, and I kind of might just rather play it alone. Did really like the first one, though, of course. Who didn't? Favorite Zelda? I mean, it's definitely like a nostalgia thing, but like Link to the Past, I can't really deny. I think it's probably just my favorite. Breath of the Wild was definitely a breath of fresh air, I'd say. I'm kind of glad that they did that. At the same time, I'm kind of hoping they kind of split the Zeldas up a little bit. You know, they used to have it so they had the mainline Zeldas, and then you had the Zeldas that would come out for the handhelds, like the DS Zeldas, which were not great, but at least it kind of fulfilled something. I wouldn't mind it if they kind of had the two Zelda genres, you know? You had the big open world Breath of the Wild ones, and then you have the slightly more linear, you know, dungeon delving ones with just kind of like a larger, you know, like more intricate map, I guess I'd say, and more concise characters and stuff like that. I think I'd like that if they came out with that. And it's okay if one is a smaller project over the other, you know, like I understand. You can double their money, double the Zelda output. I don't know, they seem to really care about the quality of their Zelda titles, though. I don't know, I say that, but then at the same time, I did play that game Spirit Tracks, and let me tell you, ooh, in hindsight, like that game does not age super well, I think. It's a bit of a dud, I'd say. All right, 9 minutes. This thing is still not dying very quickly, I'll say. It might die faster than the last one, though, if I were to guess. We have indeed stun-locked it. We just need more saccades. If I'm super close to it, is it still gonna be stun-locked, I wonder? No, it'd be nice, is if it was, when it was frozen, it didn't spin. Because I kind of can't tell when it's gonna shoot the laser or otherwise. Like it feels like kind of unpredictable, I guess, is my issue. Wow, it almost never does. So you could actually create a stalemate in the game. You might not kill the enemies, but you could freeze them in place forever. And then even if they somehow get unfrozen and hit you, it might be so infrequent enough that just some amount of holy shields will stave it off. Potentially indefinitely. Okay, well that was really bad. I don't have that many holy shields. I didn't think it would be that rough. Let's take another glare. Take the pickup range. I don't know if it's gonna do anything now. Take the glare. Whatever. The pickup range is kind of a lost cause, it feels. I don't think I can ever catch up here. Gosh, eventually we're gonna get more chests than levels is gonna be part of the problem, right? Like that could be it. Like I'm only gonna get a level every 5 minutes, but I get a chest every 3.5 minutes or so. That's actually kind of interesting. So then you start tripling the chests and then, by golly, what's going on there? I guess you could triple the experience one potentially. And then maybe the levels will kind of start piling up a little bit better. Okay. You're gone. We got, not the halo. You son of a gun. Well, that's not very fun. No wizard game. All right, let's get to the 60-minute mark. I think we can do it. I think I can spare the time. Of course, getting a 60 minutes in this, and This recording's already an hour and 5 minutes long, by the way. And you know, we gotta make 48 choices. Kind of adds up. More than that, really. I wonder if any other... Maybe I should look to see what the other content creators have done. Maybe someone's done a better version of this than me. There's probably a very good chance. There's probably a decent chance. It's just hard to free up like 3+ hours of time, maybe, though. To just babysit the game. Because it's not like I need to do anything thrilling here. I just need to draw circles around the map. If it was enthralling gameplay, it might be different. I might consider it worth it. But the only thing enthralling you're getting here is my beautiful discussions, right? Hello? Anyone? If I had a cricket sound effect, I'd play it now. Alright. Well, guess I'll take the pickup range. Out of those. I don't think I want to bother rolling in hopes of getting like something glare related, I guess. Alright, am I gonna stunlock the next boss though? The thing is, these things spawn off screen and our vision is very, very far, right? So, like, this laser boss could technically shoot at me as we saw, but it's only because I kind of moved close to it. It might theoretically never really get that close because it just doesn't move quickly enough. Like, it's not gaining distance quickly enough. I don't know. And then when it nudges me back, I don't know. You might have to do some kind of healing. That's the problem. Hey, we can actually see damage numbers on that thing. That's kind of nice. Look at it go. I do wonder, like, if we just sat here. The thing is, you have to have enough magnetism to pick up all the XP. Otherwise, the game starts lagging all heck because there's too much crud on the screen, I guess. They gotta find a way to optimize that. Are we just stuck here with these friends? These two friends? Maybe. Maybe we can't see the damage numbers on this guy because the damage numbers are white. When you hit an enemy, they turn white also. Probably part of the problem. Looks like the cages are... Is this normal to get this small? I can't remember. Or is it actually getting smaller every time? I don't know. Alright, let's collect some XP. The game didn't really lag there. Maybe they did kind of do something to help with this. Maybe. Sure. I thought I maybe killed the boss there. I did not, though. Alright, now we hang out again for a little while, I guess. It's not until 58 minutes we get another chest. Ooh, maybe we'll wait till then. Then we'll pick up all the XP and stuff, and maybe we'll get a triple out of it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. You can definitely start tripling chests. And it's probably worth it when you're getting, like, one level every 10 minutes eventually, right? That'll eventually happen. Tripling tomes. Doesn't really make sense. I can't see a realm where you'd really want to do it, where you're actually AFK. You get, like, an auto-clicker where maybe they start work, but then, like, you encounter, like, game lag too much, right? Hey, we killed one! Leave behind, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna pick up some of this XP, but not all of it, I think. I hope the game doesn't like too much when I pick it all up soon. Pick up some more over here, huh? Okay, let's stop there, I think. Now we gotta wait till 58 minutes. Bump, 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 bump. Oh, I saw it move. I saw it move. I'm sure by like the 70-minute, like how long is it gonna take to kill these? I mean, this one's only been alive for 245. I'm counting. It's really not that long when you think about it. It's interesting. I do wonder if I didn't take a bunch of Tome of Elements. Because I took 1, 2, 3. That's actually not that many. Would Frostbite be doing a better job? I'm not sure. Oh gosh. Oh, well, I gained the level. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Let's do Soothing Warmth, actually. It should heal us. Yeah, I'm already healed up. Oh, come on, the Halo as our last one. Boo, let's collect this XP. Pickup range, sure. Guess you'd want to triple some Frostbites, huh? Maybe that'll do it for the bosses. I've had like 7 stacks of Frostbite though, and it didn't seem to do anything. But it might have been because of the Tome of Elements. I'm not sure. It kind of ruined it. I didn't think about that. The fact that it probably doesn't count as a refreeze unless they unfreeze and then you do it again. There's a Frostbite, sure. Okay. As soon as we see 60 minutes, I'll be happy, I think. Well, not really, but I'll be happy with our game progress. Yeah, this didn't really teach us anything, I guess, huh? But at least y'all get a glimpse of what the endless mode can be if you do it like this. If you want to see something else besides Claire, I could try. Let me know in the comments if there's anything in particular. I did an electric one that went pretty crazy. Like, the on-screen elements were out of control. Because the size of the lightning bolts just get massive eventually. So that wasn't great. But maybe some kind of crazy bullet build. Especially with, like, someone like Diamond, right? Where you could get infinite, like, fire rate. The thing is, you can kind of get infinite fire rate with someone like Scarlet already, too. So I don't know. Just take Energized, right? And then you never run out of bullets, and her fire rate keeps increasing until you have to reload, and if you never reload, then, you know, that's that. Then you are already on easy street. You don't need to do the crazy diamond stuff. Alright. We let the next laser boss spawn, so it took us like 4.5 minutes, it looks, to kill the previous one. This one's probably gonna take... This is probably gonna take a solid 10, to be honest. It's probably gonna take a solid 10 minutes. Why are you reloading? What was that? All right, we're gonna have to call it there. Let's see, how do we do? This is like one of the few times I've actually seen my highest score in this. Rank 8D632. Yikes. Top 10,000 though, at least. All right, well, that's what the endless mode is like right now for 20 minutes till dawn. If you want to see more of this game, make sure you comment below. Let me know what to show on the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.